Okay, I don't remember which video this is, but as you can see, it's starting to look like steps. I've got the top three in. And then I quit because I want to have some headroom and clean up my area real good, vacuum it out, and take care of some nails and whatever. So, and that's kind of where I'm at. That shot really gives you a good idea of how the old steps were versus how the new steps are. Like I say, right in here, I cut that floor joist out and moved everything back 16 inches. And then down on the bottom, I stuck it out in the hallway here, one step. And that still gives me plenty of room. A lot of room, really. It's really good, and I really didn't lose anything off the hallway because, I mean, if you're going to haul a couch through here, which I wouldn't know why, but you can just lift it up 8 inches over this first step, so. But, and you'd have more trouble getting around the corner anyhow, so anyhow. But, I'll be honest with you. This is my second attempt at this. I cut the first stringers. I can't remember. I think what happened is I forgot how many steps I needed, and so I added an extra step. And so down here on the bottom, these first two steps were out in the hallway. And I left that joist or that stringer there for a day or so, thinking maybe I could make it work, but it really was a hassle walking around that. And so, but this is really no problem walking by this. Real quick, I want to go into the living room, and I knew I thought it was going to be worse but I ended up with all that dead space. And it's really, kind of tough. Let me see here. Oh. There you go. Get a little better idea of how that worked. You can see I've got the two cables or Romex wiring for the lights here in the living room, and then that right there is the bottom of the second step. It's just inside the living room, but I'd say, all in all, like I say, I thought I was going to lose more headroom than that in here. I thought it might actually get into the doorway here, but no way. So that's that. And then with that, I want to do a little bit of promotion here. Unpaid promotion. There's, of course, a lot of tools you need for doing something like this. But I want to point out, okay, this is one of those flush trim saws or whatever. This one's a Rockwell, but there's a lot of different brands out there. That's been a lifesaver. And I mean, cutting all that stuff out in the living room, they cut through drywall just like butter. And then, like I say, trimming out the paneling and everything else in the living room, it was an absolute lifesaver. Plus there were some studs and stuff that I had to cut off back up underneath the steps that I couldn't get to them with the Sawzall, so you know, this thing bailed me out. The other thing, if you're doing any demolition, this is a dead-on hammer. I think I bought it at Lowe's or Home Depot, one of the two. And if you're doing some like heavy-duty remodeling, this thing is really, really awesome. It's got the nail puller. A stud will just fit inside of here, or maybe in here. So if you're moving studs or tearing them out, you can really grip them with this and tear them out. You know, it's got the good claw on there, and then I can't know if you can tell or not, but it's got kind of it's a point there. So that's for like if you're tearing out drywall, you can just hit it and it'll just split the drywall. And so, and then it's got the nail puller down here too. I don't know if I pointed that out. And it comes to a relatively sharp point down here on the end. So I've had this one for several years, and I really enjoy it. This is a palm nailer, and it works off of air, and then when the nail hits inside there, that triggers it and it starts hammering. And I don't know, I think I'll post another video of me using this today. That thing, and it got me into some tight spots where if I'd have had a framing nailer, or if I was trying to swing a hammer, I'd have never got in there. And so I guess I'd almost rather have this than a framing nailer. I thought I really wanted a framing nailer, but I don't think I do anymore. After using this today, that's that. Oh, and then the last thing I will point out, as I said, this is the second time I did this. I finally went on the interweb and got an app that I punch in the total rise, the total run, and the number of steps I want, and the tread thickness. So these top four numbers, and then it comes up with everything that you need from there. And then it also gives you kind of a nice picture. Obviously, I'm not doing a deck, but and it gives you a good diagram of how it's supposed to look. And I say, second time around, I just thought, well, better safe than sorry. So I use this app, and I'll post a link to the app in the comments so you can see it. But this really kind of bailed me out. So a little bit of scrap and sawdust, and just one more look here. Again, like I say, you can really get a good view. I did lose a lot of headroom in the closet door there, but I don't care. It's an under the steps closet, so. So, like I say, I started cutting some risers and some treads, and I'll clean this up really, really good so that I'm happy in here, and then I'll finish doing risers and treads, and then maybe I can go sleep in my bedroom tonight. Ha ha ha.